girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another video. In today's video, we're going to discuss pandemic EBT paying out today for one state, guys. We also have the disaster SNAP application deadline for submissions today as well. Then we have proposals galore. I mean, everything from boosting SNAP payments to now SNAP being a priority in the Farm Bill and all. So if you want to know what is going on in the lovely world of EBT, my darling, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. Your girl's got you covered. Now, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, hi, hello, hey friend. My name is Shalae, and here on this channel we discuss shopping, saving, and everything in between. I would love to have you a part of my internet family. Super easy. Click the big old red subscribe button down below when you're in, just like that. And while you're at it, go ahead and give me a like, especially if you love me bringing this content to you, because guys, right now EBT is lit. Like, it is popping out here. We want the emergency allotment back, right? All right, guys, so this is not my normal filming area right now. I am on military leave, but give me a few weeks and I promise you I'll be back to your regular scheduled programming. As well as if you are an EBT recipient, or maybe you just want to try out Amazon Prime on your own, try it out on your girl, okay? It is free 99, guys. All you have to do is click the link above or below and sign up. You will get your items to you. Whatever you need, Amazon has it. And when I tell you it's free, it's free. No hassles, no commitments. Go ahead and get it. Now, guys, if you want to know which states were approved for pandemic EBT for this school year, August 2022 through June of 2023, then go ahead and watch some of my other videos. I updated you guys at least 3 times earlier this week, as well as the same thing for summer pandemic EBT, because this is going to be a long video with a lot of information. So let's just discuss the information. All right, let's go ahead and kick things off in Tennessee. Oh, what's up, Tennessee? All my Tennessee friends, I need for you to go ahead and check your cards, because the Tennessee Department of Human Services announced the details on the distribution of pandemic EBT for the 2022-2023 school year. That's right, it should be some dollars, some dinero, some moolah on your cards, guys. Eligible K through 12 students who attended school in person will receive the pandemic EBT for school meals missed between August of 2022 and February of 2023 as of right now. Now, the payment should have went out today. That is right, April 21st. Now, the Tennessee Department of Human Services, in partnership with the Tennessee Department of Education, will distribute this one-time payment to homeschool as well as those that were virtual school students who were eligible for the pandemic EBT. Children who are already enrolled in the pandemic EBT program for the school year, according to records that were provided by the Tennessee schools regarding like your excused absences or even closures that were related to COVID-19. So you don't have to do anything, okay? There's no application that is required for it. Eligible children will automatically receive approximately $8.18 for each COVID-19 related absence per day. Now, the total amount of pandemic EBT may vary for each eligible child, because it just depends on when your child missed school, when my child missed school, future children, right? But if your child already has an active pandemic EBT card, go ahead and check that card, all right? If you don't have it or you misplaced it, you can go ahead and order a new card. You can visit connectebt.com, or you can contact like your social worker or the schools as well. So that money should go ahead and already be on the cards. Now, speaking of Tennessee, I gave you something high, right? But now we're about to go low, all right? So in Tennessee, they are also asking families to repay pandemic-related SNAP benefits after an error that happened. I know, but listen up, Tennessee friends. According to the Tennessee Justice Center, an error the state made at the height of the pandemic is now costing some families thousands of dollars. So a lot of people in Tennessee have already started receiving notices in their inboxes. They were overpaid due to the pandemic and have to pay back this money ASAP. Now, at the time, we know that Congress had allowed for the maximum benefit. So a lot of people that's receiving these debt payments, it's extremely high. I mean, I'm talking about like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 because you were getting the maximum benefit. Now, we all know that the policies that were in place during the pandemic It was supposed to help families, and unfortunately, because there was an error, is now causing some consequences for families as well. So Tennessee can apply for a waiver through the USDA, but they have not yet applied for it. And a lot of people saying that this is causing like a challenge for families because a lot of people were already struggling. It's not an exact number on how many families were affected, but let me know down in the comments below. Did you receive a letter stating that you have to pay or overpayment, or were you overpaid during the pandemic as well? I'm not sure if Tennessee is going to apply for the waiver from the USDA, because the USDA do have where they will help out with pandemic overpayments if you can prove that you're having a financial hardship. I mean, to me, it's a no-brainer, right? The state needs to go ahead and apply for the waiver. It's just an option. If not, hopefully they don't decide to try to take any legal action at all, but you never know. So that's what we have going on in Tennessee. You're getting paid, check your cards today, but you can also receive a notice in the inbox today or over the weekend of a repayment as well. So I'll keep you updated on this story. Hopefully the Department of Human Services will go ahead and submit that. A lot of news stations are asking why they haven't submitted it, and nothing has been heard as of yet. All right, so let's go ahead and go on to New York. What up, New York? All right, so in New York, Senator Kirsten Gillibrand, she is proposing changes to the SNAP program as well. Gillibrand and a whole bunch of other Democrats, they held a press conference in Washington on Wednesday to talk about the new bill that she's introducing. Now, this bill will actually be called Closing the Meal Gap Act. This bill would increase the SNAP minimum benefit and make more people eligible for the emergency allotment program that just expired. So a lot of lawmakers and senators, they're trying to reinstate the emergency allotment that just expired, because currently what you're receiving from SNAP, it covers about $2.03 per meal. And they're like, you can't even buy a cup of coffee right now, especially not Starbucks coffee, for $2.03. So she is trying to make the minimum SNAP benefit higher. It will also get rid of some of the current SNAP eligibility barriers, like the time limit of how long a person can actually receive SNAP benefits while they're unemployed. So she's like, look, instead of us trying to implement work requirements, okay, Dusty Johnson, and instead of us restricting it, we should be reinstating it. And we should find ways to go ahead and make this work for the people. So I agree with her. I told you Colorado, Yolanda was introducing a new bill as well. So there's bills here, bills there, bills everywhere, bills for everyone, okay? So hopefully we can get something good that comes from this as well. But also in New York, the agency now has hired more than 100 new people to process applications to lead to improvement and efficiency. So I told you about how the city was facing a lawsuit in January where a lot of people were alleging that thousands of New Yorkers were still waiting for their benefits to be processed. And we all know that this is in violation of a federal law. Now, the resources manager, Barry, she stepped up and said the agency is discussing possible ways that state and city funding can fill in some of the gap that was created by these additional benefits. So New York is trying to get with the program. I don't know when they're going to start paying out, but we do have where your senator now is trying to do an increase in SNAP minimum, because what is $23 going to do for someone? It's just not going to work, right? And then also they're trying to process those applications. So I mean, let me know down below, New York, are you still waiting on your benefits? What do you think about Kirsten and her now new bill proposal to increase the SNAP minimum and reinstate the emergency allotment? All right, so let's go ahead and move on to the farm bill, because right now, how Biden said that SNAP would not be in the farm bill, no. SNAP by far is the largest program that they're looking at putting in the farm bill. And this varies all across the country. Everyone is stating this farm bill is going to be loaded with SNAP verbiage and how to increase the funding as well. Now, 2 U.S. Republicans from Missouri and Kansas stepped up, and when they were talking about these federal cuts and the conditions of making people work for SNAP benefits, they stepped in and was like, what we're not going to do is focus on the rural counties, because what you're trying to do can have a big impact on Kansas and Missouri when it comes to rural America and SNAP. They said this is not a city thing, this is not a rural thing, this is an American thing. And I agree 100%. Food insecurity in rural America is higher than it's ever been, but we all know that any effort to tighten up any access to those food programs will inevitably make life harder for the poor, the hungry, and the people in Kansas and Missouri in 2022, 2023. So Kansas lawmakers are like, look, no, we're not going to do that. My people in my state need these benefits. And they're like, I don't care what it is. Roughly 7% of the population is served by the SNAP program. And Missouri stepped in and was like, yes, more than 650,000 residents, or about 11% of the population, is using SNAP in my state. So when you add up both of these cities, about 2/3 of those recipients with families have children as well. And so they're like, don't try to make this a city thing. Nope, we need it as well. So that's what I'm telling you guys. SNAP is about to get good. SNAP is not playing out here, okay? They are not playing, honey. Let me know, what do you think about your lawmakers in Missouri and Kansas? Was they right or was they right? Let me know down below. All right, so next we are headed to Nebraska, where lawmakers are finding a compromise to advance their SNAP bill. So lawmakers in Nebraska aims to advance a bill that will help roughly 10,000 Nebraska families be eligible for food assistance. So in this bill, it will continue like the income eligibility level for SNAP recipients at 165% of the federal poverty level until 2025. Now in Nebraska, the income threshold to qualify for the program right now was set to drop at 130% of the federal poverty level at the end of September, which would leave roughly about like 10,000 people without benefits as well. So this would be 10,000 families that would be out the program, but now they went back and they revised it. And that's what I'm saying, guys. The states know that, hey, this is a serious issue. Food banks cannot keep up. There's not enough grant funding that's being sent to the food banks as well. And so a lot of states are like, in some way, somehow, we have to step up. I understand it may cost America a lot more money, but we have to do something. You can't have children and families starving as well. All right, let's go ahead and head on to Mississippi, where the deadline is approaching for disaster SNAP benefits. So if you do not already receive SNAP benefits, then you can apply for disaster SNAP. This is for qualifying households. We all know that disaster SNAP help provides like money for food loss during a storm, or even if you just lost income due to the disaster. So the deadline to apply in Montgomery County is today, Friday, April 21st. You can apply at the Winona Community House. Now, if you are in Monroe County in Mississippi, you have until April 30th, which is next week, to apply at the West Armory Community Center. So if you know someone that was affected by the storm that can use the disaster SNAP benefits, go ahead and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. And this is all that we have going on in the lovely world of EBT. Guys, I'm sorry I did not include at the very beginning about the states that were approved. If you want to know which states were approved and the payout dates, check out some of those other videos. What do you think about all the proposals in SNAP? Do you think the emergency allotment will be reinstated? Do you think it's going to work out in our favor when it comes to the farm bill? Let me know all the things down below. And as always, go ahead and grab you some Amazon Prime, as well as please like, comment, subscribe, and I will talk to you later, Gator. Bye, guys.